Pre-season officially, what's the feeling?
I feel excitement today. It's great. We're having a bit of a joke about it inside, actually, like day one, right? But we've been getting at it since probably late February, which has been great for our group, and we've been able to build and build. But yeah, there's definitely a bit of excitement around official pre-season start date, that's for sure.
What's the feeling? You're a year into your role now. You've learned a few things, brought in a few players. What are the key learnings from last year that you kicked off with this year?
Yeah, well, obviously last year we spoke a lot around high-performing environment and going after that. We're really happy with kind of where we sit in that space, and this year we kind of looked at consistency and getting better, every time we come in the building. So we've got a hungry playing group, which is, hard to hold back sometimes, but it's time to go now, which is exciting. And in terms of where we've improved or where we need to go to improve, again, we'll lean into our contest again and our defence, but we want to add some layers to our game plan now, and what we do when we win the ball back and what that looks like for us is a really important part now.
You've brought in a few players, consolidated a few. Is there anyone we should be watching for in particular?
All five have had a great impact to start with. We just discussed Lila Keck, who's got a great personality and is an exciting person around the group, and sometimes I have to contain her as well. But so Lila's going to be a great player for us, I think, and excited to see her build into the season. Meg Robinson, ultimate professional, who's played some VFLW games with us at the moment and keeps adding to her game and adds to herself physically as well. Like her athletic development's coming along really well, which is great. Yasmin Dersma has been a great addition, and silky left foot, which we'll look to utilise throughout this pre-season and hopefully into the AFLW season as well after a big pre-season. And then obviously Celine Moody and Tani Brown, so coming with some great AFLW experience, and they've been exciting to watch on the track in their roles, and looking forward to kind of unpacking that a little bit more as we go deeper into the pre-season.
You mentioned the VFLW program and using that a little bit. Did you have oversight over how players were used, when players were used in that, and were you really focused on getting AFLW players in game plan?
Yeah, I've got a hungry playing group that want to get better all the time, and like I said before, we've been in for a little while now, and they've really wanted to get after it. So working really closely with the high performance team around who is ready and who needs the development through that space. We managed to get quite a number of our players through the VFLW, and the truth is for the next 2 weekends we'll add some AFLW players into the VFL again, so we'll have probably 14 to 15 players over the next 2 weeks playing inside the VFLW to again give us continuity in the way we want to play, to help them play together, get better by playing, there's no doubt about that. So we want to use that opportunity, and the VFLW has been a great space for us to do that. Our program inside the VFLW has been a great alignment with the way we want to play and the way we want to act around the football club and the way we want to go about our footy. It's all kind of been a great marriage that we'll continue to lean into, and hopefully it's made our VFLW players develop and get better, but it's certainly helped our AFLW players.
We've got a fixture on Friday. Obviously there's some compression in there, a few 4-day breaks and things. How are you going to approach that part of the season?
Yeah, I mean, everyone's been handed the same cards, there's no doubt about that. It's going to be a difficult kind of few weeks where they've condensed the games. Our playing groups, we'll look to get after it. The shame of it is that we've added a game, but the truth is in that period, not everyone's going to be able to play all those games. The physical load that our players will have to go through to get up for each of those games just isn't real. On the drive in this morning, I was trying to think of who can I ring who's played off a 4-day break, and I couldn't think of one person. So we go into new territory. It'll put our staff and high performance team under some pressure. Our players will clearly be under pressure. But the truth of it is we'll have to use our squad depth to get through that period. And I think every footy club will be in that same situation.
Were you disappointed that it wasn't an 11-round season over 11 weeks?
I think if we're big picture, if we're going to map out a competitive competition that we want, we'd be a game a week. There's no doubt about that. I think if we're starting from scratch, you'd be thinking, how many rounds can we have? Let's set them out over the week. The pressure we put under players with a condensed fixture is probably just a bit much.
Do you think it hurts older players more than the younger ones?
Yeah, well, it's probably a two-parter really. So the older players might not be able to get up, but the experience our younger players get from playing with our older players through that period is not going to be there either. So the development that they miss out on through that period as well the physical demands it puts on both. There's no doubt that it'll put stress, and it's in the mid part of the season as well. The stress that it puts under our young players will be just as tough as it is for our older players who have the experience to kind of recover, and they know what to do in that. Can they physically get up? Younger players, it's, hey, we've got to educate you around what are the right things to do.
How healthy is the list coming into pre-season?
Yeah, well, everyone's on legs today, which is really exciting. So obviously been training for a while, so you get a few little niggles here and there, but we're well on track to have a really healthy list at the moment. So apart from Aaron Fitzpatrick, who's working her way back through her knee reconstruction but hasn't skipped a beat, which has been a credit to Aaron and our staff here at Carlton. But no, going well.
Kez had a couple of knee issues last year. How's she cracking?
Yeah, well, we talk about consistency, and we want to be a consistent side, consistent training, high performers. Karen's definitely one of those, and she's proved that through this period where she's had to work through her injuries. She was frustrated last year with the games that she couldn't play, and probably played some games under some real duress, which didn't allow her to put out the output that she would like to put out. But she tells me she'll be my best recruit that we've got, so cancel out the other 5. But Karen's leading our group just as she always does, and she's an incredible person around the Carlton Football Club, but within our W programs, a great leader, and I can't wait to get her back on field. And speak about VFLW games, Karen will be rolling out for a couple of those as well, which is exciting.
Maddie Gearin is one who played a couple of those VFLW games. How's she looking to return after really more than a year out of the game? Yeah, we mapped out a great plan for Maddie probably around this time last year, and what would it take to get her back to full health for the start of this pre-season. And within that, we mapped. Maddie's already played 6 games this year, some of those in South Australia, just for the time window that we're working in. And right now, she's really fit and firing on all cylinders, which is an absolute credit to Maddie with the work that she's put in through rehab. And to have that long off is really hard and demanding for players, and it can be lonely in rehab as well. So Maddie's managed to work through that. She took the opportunity last year to help out with some coaching opportunities through game day on the bench, and learn a variety of things through our different roles and what happens in the different areas of the game as well. So we're hopeful that equals Maddie understanding our game plan better now and having a little bit of an advantage that way. But she played some great games early in the year, and after hopefully a big pre-season this year, she'll be ready to go. Was that sending her to South Australia something you guys talked about as a club, or was that something she did on her own back? Yeah, like I said, we're a driven playing group, and Maddie was one of those. So she was really keen to play, and I understand it. Like, you just love playing footy. So she brought up the South Australia idea, and we did our checks and balances, and worked collaboratively with North Adelaide, and she went over and had some great games over there, and enjoyed the whole process, really going to play some different state league and that kind of thing. So we got plenty out of it. I think they got plenty out of it, and Maddie did as well. So everyone was a winner. Is there a ceiling on what Carlton can achieve this year?
Yeah, well, we reflect back. I mean, I got the job last year, and Carlton had won 2 games the year before that, 4 games last year with significant improvement around the place. We just want to get better again. We go after our consistency, the way we train and play. Hungry playing group, who knows?